That's a good shot. 3 wonderful shots in this over to take Alex Stewart into the 90s. Brilliant stuff. It certainly was, and 8 more runs were added from the last over bowled. That was by Waqar Younis to take the total up to 170 for 2. Very good performance from England in the light of that splendid batting effort from Pakistan. Bowling figures for Pakistan, they did well with Waqar Younis having a good workout. 12 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 45. His first time back at this level since his back injury. Aqib Javed was a little expensive. It wasn't quite as much online as I've come to expect from him. 10 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 51. Mushtaq, the leg spinner, 15 overs, 3 maidens, none for 45. Bowled some great deliveries and some loose ones. And Rahman and Asif Mushtaba, between them, bowled 6 overs. So the state of the match with 1 day to go. Pakistan made a good declaration at the moment before a ball is bowled on the final day of 276. Well, conditioned to a very good, absolutely ideal pitch. Beautiful bounce and a bit of pace in it for the batsmen. We've seen some great timing from all the batsmen on show so far. We join play now with the last ball of the second over. Waqar Younis is the bowler. Alex Stewart is taking strike, and 8 runs have been added to the overnight score.
Well, there's a bit of looking between mid-off and cover point before cover finally took off, but that's gone for 4. And really that was as a result of the reluctance of either of them to go. So takes Alex Stewart to the brink, 99.
I think, to be honest, neither cover nor mid-off wanted to chase it. See, have a look at him, and shall I go? Will you go?
Handsome shot.
Well, you may see back foot shots as good as this, but you won't see them as powerful. You just play it well. You just hit it hard.
As in the Pakistan innings, a great percentage of runs coming from boundaries. That was the 26th, so well over half of this England score in 4s. That's it. Fine 100, very positive one, because he had his moments of uncertainty yesterday against the leg spin of Mushtaq Ahmed, but he still went for his shots, and that completes an extraordinary run, really, of 400s for England in 5 test matches, and in fact 400s in 8 innings. 18 fours, 132 balls. Plays that shot so well. Really is one of the cleanest hitters in English cricket. Beautifully balanced to be able to pick that length and do this to it. That boundary brought up the 200 for England and took Stewart on to 111. Now, was that a catch? It looks from the bowler's attitude that he thinks it was.
Yes, I think it was. I think Robin Smith is trying to dominate him. He's trying to get there. He just hits it straight back at him. And it's absolutely mortified the bowler. Simple catch like that, his first over, and he's put it down.
That's what you get.
Only 143 balls. That is a very, very good strike rate. better underlining of the strength of Robin Smith with that back foot shot on the offside.
Magnificent shot by Robin Smith there.
There's that extra yard of pace.
Well, he went wide of the crease there, and umpire Kitchen working out what the angle would have been. I think we shall see that this was leg side.
Yeah, it's quite wide in the crease there, as Jack said. The ball angling in and continuing comfortably to miss that leg step.
With disdain.
Well, he's played this shot before as Alex Stewart. Just the same, he dismisses it quite easily. Lovely improvised pull shot.
$150 for Stewart. That's a splendid performance. $50 for Robin Smith.
Now Mushtaq Ahmed to Alex Stewart. It's a great way to start the afternoon session for Stewart. First ball he's faced, it's gone for 4. That brings up the 300 for England. And this is the young seam bowler, ATA-UR-REHMAN. And away that goes for 4. Oh, now there is as good a ball as you could ever get from a leg spinner. Robin Smith smiles and deserved everything. Just look at this.
That's absolutely Jaffa.
It's a great shot, really, from Stewart, because I tell you what, there was not much room there for him to do that, and that had to be perfectly timed to beat the third man, who'd got no more than 20 yards to run round. And that was a brilliantly executed shot, and a fitting one, really, to bring up the 200 stand. Well, it's the first streaky shot, really, that you can think about. And one of the few records left is the 411 partnership between Peter May and Colin Cowdrey on the ground. But, who knows? We've got well over another session, nearly 2 sessions left.
Oh, well, he managed to get himself in a terrible knot there. A loud shout and a firm denial. Well, I suppose you do get a bit excited if you get one past the bat. Ball from wide of the crease. Missing leg stump and high. That's through. least he keeps smiling as Mushtaq. Good delivery again. He's certainly caused a few problems for Robin Smith since the lunch. Well, that's well bowled again. Really had Robin Smith reaching for that last delivery. Just tends to get his front foot there a little bit early sometimes, Robin Smith, and then it's on the wrong line. You see there, the pad was on the line of the ball, and he had to readjust. But it was well bowled.
Oh, good shot. It was a quicker ball, and he used the pace. And Stewart's been reading Mushtaq well. And again, he waited.
Yes, this is one of the advantages for the England batsmen. They've been able to spend a long time at the wicket. And even if you struggle at the start, by the time you've been in a few hours, you do begin to read the bowler. That could stand them in good stead throughout the series.
Just like a benefit match now. Sunday afternoon benefit match. Waqar Younis. Nice short name. Signed that many times, I'm sure, in his future. He's gone, he's gone. A miscue by Alex Stewart on 190. And ATA-UR-REHMAN's taken his first Test match wicket.
And the stumps have still not been hit. That's been a magnificent innings by Alex Stewart. He's played some glorious shots, a lot of power, but he was beginning to look just a little bit tired. And I think that was probably brought about his downfall, just a little bit of a tired shot. But a marvellous innings.
Court Salim Malik bowled Rehman 190, and in comes Mark Ramprakash.
Well, that career record doesn't look too impressive, but a lot of those runs were made against the West Indies when, although Ramprakash didn't get a big score, he did bat for a long time. Once or twice on not right good wickets either, so I think his career average is far better than what it looks.
Oh, they shout, and the finger goes up, and Ramprakash looks quite surprised. It's beautifully bowled. On a flat wicket without bounce, he got a little bit of lift there, and how often have we seen that happen, Raymond? A big partnership followed by some poor victim who gets naught.
Well, I was saying it's not necessarily a good time to come in after a big partnership, and so it proved, but that was a fine delivery. It certainly got some bounce from somewhere. There's been very little bounce in this pitch throughout the match. Ball from wide-ish. Angling short, probably a little bit shorter than we thought originally, but certainly climbed. That's good bowling by the young man.
Well, you saw there, Alan Lamb, not really much idea about this. It's a little push, a lot of right hand. He's walking into the shot, and the ball spun away off the outside edge. Not very convincing.
It's a wonderful shot. He has hammered that. I don't know if his bat stood up to the strain, but it was a great shot. And there's another one. Beautiful stroke. No chance of cutting that off. And Robin Smith's century comes up. A very good hand. He's had one or two moments of indecision against the leg spinner Mushtaq Ahmed.
That's a good shot. Beautifully placed. Caught him. Wicket number 3. Lamb goes for 12. And the youngsters having a field day. I don't know what you think of that for a dismissal, Geoffrey.
Well, I just said that Alan Lamb, he does play shots. He's always going to score or get out. Just a touch too soon.
What a start for Lewis. That's the end of his over. Smile despite that 4, and he's got good figures. There they are, 3 for 67, but since lunch, 12 overs, 5 maidens, 3 for 36. Now, did he get a nick?
I'm sure it did. Inside edge, not an easy one.
Now, if that's the other one playing no shot, that's close. Now, let's have a look how much it did and how high it was.
There it is, pitching outside. And, well, that is very close.
And on comes Wacker Yunis. Well, that was a quality shot. Wacker's not impressed, but there was a turn of the wrists there from Chris Lewis. That was a wonderful shot because there are 2 fielders out there, and that brings up the 400. Also makes this afternoon session worth more than 100 runs. 299 for 2 it was at lunch, 402 for 5. So a lively session.
That's a cracking shot. He'll get the ball up to Chris Lewis. He doesn't mind this ground. Played very well here last year.
Yeah, Chris Lewis prefers the ball coming on a little bit quicker. And that was a good shot. Short, just outside off stump. How many times have we seen that ball dispatched in this match?
That's a very good shot. Now with Martin Lee on the field, I don't think Salim Malik's going to be too pleased with that. It was a very laid-back piece of fielding. Fielder ran round and didn't even bother to go down for it. Drag back. Mushtaq Ahmed has his first wicket. Now, there's a good lesson for everyone. He's toiled away all the way through 43 and a half overs. He's beaten the bat, confused the batsman at times. They've carted him around the ground as well, and all of a sudden he gets his first wicket with the batsman dragging one back on from the inside edge. Rub of the green or luck of the game, whatever you like.
Yes, it's a well wide. 2 feet wide. Lewis going for a mighty shot over cover, inside edge, and that's the first time the stumps have been into the match.
Russell is the new batsman.
And that's one of Jack's favourite shots, if you drop it short. Likes to play that, but you can see the cheeks blowing out with some relief.
Well, this is right. He's been hemmed in by all the fielders, but when he gets something he thinks he can hit, take a chance, whack it.
Oh, well, how didn't that bowl him? I'll never know. A good effort, but 4 byes signalled. That'll be fascinating to watch again.
You see here that the ball is well pitched up, almost too well pitched up.
Long hop. Robin Smith wades into that one. Scores are level now with Pakistan. Oh, that's out. Beautifully bowled. It's quicker, flatter trajectory, and Robin Smith thrust onto the back foot. Simply couldn't pick him. Classic bit of bowling, but also a splendid innings by Robin Smith. 127, LBW bowled Mushtaq Ahmed. With the scores even, 4:46, England lose their 7th wicket.
Well, you'll see here the classic case of Robin Smith not picking the delivery, coming back, and I don't think there's any doubt about that. Look how far back he is into the stumps.
That's a typical Russell shot. Can give it a fearful tip through the wicket. That's the spoon shot. Miles of space out there. Infuriating to bowl at Jack Russell. You look to have him in trouble. He's crouching, shuffling, and nudging away, and suddenly he just flips you through mid-wicket.
There were 5 more runs added, and Jack Russell finished up with 29 not out in that total of 459. The innings was declared closed after the fierce storm hit Edgbaston, and play was called off for the remainder of the day. Some excellent performances there. Alex Stewart 190 and Robin Smith 127, and Lewis made 24. 459 for 7, and this is the way Alex Stewart made his runs. It's a wonderful innings from him. He's improved leaps and bounds in recent times as he gains in experience, so his confidence grows. His stroke play here and his timing and placement were quite outstanding. 31 fours in that 190. Now the bowling figures make interesting reading. Waqar Younis has come through his fitness test in this game. 24 overs, 2 maidens and 1 for 96. Aqib Javed wasn't at his best. 16 overs cost him 86 and he had 1 wicket. Now Mushtaq was very, very interesting. 50 overs, 8 maidens, 2 for 100 and 56. It was a great pleasure to watch him. He's only young. He's playing in his 4th test match here. He's played in plenty of one-dayers, but over the 5-day period, this is only the 4th time he's appeared, and it was a good performance. He could have had much better figures than that. Against that, Stewart in particular played him well and used his feet well, so there'll be a little bit of comfort in the English camp that Stewart was able to do that. Mushtaq troubled a lot of the other batsmen, and as the game went on, he got more and more spin. Rehman 3 for 69 in his first test match over here, and that was a good effort. He's an energetic young pace bowler and looks very keen and looks to have a ton of potential. Well, that's the way the match finished. Pakistan 446 for 4 declared. That wonderful innings from Javed Miandad 153 not out, Salim Malik 165, and England 459 for 7, Stewart 190, and Smith 127. It was a batsman's match, and David Lloyd, the adjudicator, chose Alex Stewart as the man of the match, and deservedly so.